How are we looking? Still knackered. Hello everyone, how are we all? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to my channel and to a charity thrift shop haul. Now, in case you maybe didn't see, I'm pretty sure you might have if you follow any fellow English YouTubers or people on social media, but in England we've had our lockdown measures slightly lifted, which is just, honestly, I couldn't be happier about it. It seems to be just the lift that everyone needed, myself included. So what that means is basically we're allowed to go outdoors and visit non-essential shops and non-essential retail. Gyms have reopened, hairdressers and barbers have reopened, and pubs and restaurants, you can dine outside up to 6 people. And that's now allowed. You can't go inside, but you can dine and drink outside. So it's a lot, and it's just very exciting. It's a little bit nerve-wracking. Feels a bit strange because in London especially, we went into lockdown way back in December last year, and we've kind of been there for a long time. I know a lot of people in Wales, Northern Ireland and Europe. It's a whole different scenario. So I'm truly just sending so much love to you all. It's been a tricky start to the year, and we're in April now, but I just really hope you're doing all right. And please let me know in the comments how you're feeling, because I don't want this to at all be like, look, we've got shops open. I'm really excited. I think I've got some lovely little bits of treasure from the thrift charity shops near us. It's been so tempting because when we're walking up and down our high street, there's been so many times I've looked in the windows like I cannot wait for them to reopen, and I've got a lot to show you. So I'm gonna stop rambling, have a little sip of my coffee. So good. And we're gonna get into it. First charity shop I visited was St. Christopher's Hospice, and we got the majority of our things from there actually. It's super close to where we live, and they just had a lot. So I think let's start with clothing. So, I mean, the first item is very on brand, as I am wearing a check shirt at the moment, but I just love overshirts, especially checked overshirts, and I feel like charity shops always do them really well. And oh gosh, this is gonna clash with what I'm wearing, but yeah, this is the first item that I got. It's by a brand called Volcom. I've never heard of this brand before, but what I will say is the material is so nice. It's really thick material. It's more like a heavy flannel, I would say. It's not a jacket, it's definitely a shirt. This was £12 and it's in a medium. It has the studs on it opposed to buttons, so it's definitely more of like a shacket. But I just think it's a really lovely colour, and I don't have anything like this in my wardrobe, so I will do a little try on after I've washed it so you guys can see. But I just think this is brilliant. For £12, plus it obviously goes to a really good cause, so that's item number one. So the next item I got is kind of similar to what I'm wearing today, but I've really been loving the colour green. So I feel like, you know, when you find your colour in life and you think, I really like that colour. Mine's green because I recently got this shirt and it's lovely, and I have green eyes, so it kind of sets them off a little bit. So this is the next one. It's more of a, I'd say more like a sagey green / teal. It's by a brand called Maine. It's 100% pure cotton, and this was £7, and it's in a large. So I really like my shirts to be really big and oversized, and I just prefer them. I'm a relatively slim kind of guy, and I don't really like shirts too fitted, otherwise I just think it makes me look a bit like a garden rake or like a javelin. I'm just like a beanpole, 6 foot, and just like, anyway, so yeah, this is it. It's got lovely white, like mother of pearl style buttons, if you can really make those out on camera. Yeah, it's by a brand called Maine. I've never heard of them before, but it's a really lovely colour, really big and oversized. It's long sleeve, and yeah, £7. I think that was absolutely brilliant. So I will try that on again after I've washed it so you can see what it's like, but I really love it. Now the next clothing item actually isn't mine, it's Zara's. So Zara came with me because we went on her lunch break. She's still working from home, and she picked up this. How cool is this? So this is from a brand called Greneville. You guys might be able to recognize the brand at home, but obviously spring summer is kind of here, and Zara really loved this because it's really oversized. So what she's thinking is she can roll the sleeves up and then just maybe tie it as a bit of like a cropped shirt. So it's a 2x XL, so it's pretty big. Let me see if I can get it all in camera. It's huge, but she's thinking over like a bralette kind of t-shirt vibe. I'm probably not selling this very well. She knew what she had in mind for it. But yes, it's really lovely blush pink style striped shirt, and this was £5, which is really good. And I think she'll definitely get a wear out of it for sure. It feels really lovely material, and yeah, I just think it's lovely. Really very nice. Now I'm going to come on to books, and we got 4 books because I think throughout lockdown a lot of people have been reading, so there is definitely more books in there than there usually is. And we've got a British Heart Foundation bookstore literally opposite our flat, which we go in all the time. Our books are, sadly we got a lot of them from online, from Amazon, which obviously isn't great. It's convenient, but it's nice to just read my books. So, oh my god, that nearly went on my coffee. We got 4, including one that needs one of my coffee. Ah! So the first one we got is this. It's called The End of Her by Shari Lapina. Now, we've read The Couple Next Door by Shari Lapina, and she is a brilliant fiction writer. She's so good. Her books are so gripping. The Couple Next Door, I feel like everyone's read that book. So this is a masterful whodunit, perfectly paced and expertly plotted. Sounds fantastic. This was £3.50 for a hardback. I don't think that's bad at all. I've read 2 of Shari Lapina's books before, and I'm one to guest The Couple Next Door, and both were fantastic. So definitely recommend any of her books if you find them in charity shops or online. The next one is this. I mean, you can sense a theme with our book choices. This one is I Am Watching You. This was £1.50. It's a missing girl, a tormented witness, a web of lies, and someone is watching. Again, another psychological thriller. Myself and Tara just really love psychological fiction books. They're really nice, and I mean, but they're not nice. It's usually involving some kind of murder or murder investigation or something of the sort. But they're really gripping and really nice, and relatively thin to read. So this one sounded fantastic. It basically is about someone who witnesses something and they don't come forward, and then something bad happens and they have a lifelong regret. So this sounds fantastic. The next one we got is this. So this is called The Party. It was supposed to be a celebration. How did it all go wrong? By Robin Harden. And this is, it said on the front, which is what actually caught my eye, perfect for fans of Big Little Lies. And I loved Big Little Lies. It was a brilliant series. I think there's 3 series on Hulu. I watched it online. Anyway, this is tense and riveting. What lies inside a family is not always what it seems. So this sounds fantastic. This is £1.50. And the last one we got is this. The 100-Year-Old Man Who Climbed Out of the Window and Disappeared by Jonas Jonasson. And I honestly, this book is quite old. I remember seeing this in Waterstones way back in my college days, and I never actually gotten around to A, buying it or B, reading it, so I'm really excited to give it a go. So the blurb reads, sitting quietly in his room in an old people's home, Alan Carlson is waiting for a party he doesn't want to begin. His 100th birthday to be precise. The mayor will be there, the press will be there, but as it turns out, Alan will not. So I just think that sounds really good. This was £2. And it's won lots of awards. It's a really good reviewed book, so thoroughly excited to get into that. So yeah, 4 books for just over a tenner. I don't think that's bad going at all. I mean, our bookshelf's looking pretty full at the moment, so we might need to get a second place to store all these. But honestly, check out your local charity shops because they're bound to have lots of good books. They had some cookbooks as well, but I showed restraint because we certainly don't need any more of them. I'm going to finish off with homeware because we've got quite a few bits. So the first piece of homeware Zara actually spotted, and it is brilliant. It's a ceramic Fortnum and Mason cheese pot. Now, I actually didn't see this, and Zara pointed it out just as we were leaving and said, oh my god, look at that. Let me show it close to the camera. For those of you at home that maybe don't know, Fortnum and Mason is probably one of the most, I would say, luxury food homeware retailers. It's mainly food, but they also do like jewellery and bits and bobs. And they've been established for years. And this actually is from one of their really old lines. So they now make all of their cheeses and put them in wax and then in tins, whereas back in the good old days, pre-2000s, pre-millennium should I say, they used to pop their cheeses in ceramics. And I just think this is gorgeous. Fortnum and Mason Fine Blue English Stilton cheese. We might not use it for cheese. I mean, I don't really know. I guess you'd pop it in a jar for it to stop the smell permeating, but yeah. I think this is brilliant. It says, produced in the UK ingredients, Stilton cheese, keep refrigerated, packed expressly for Fortnum and Mason Limited, Piccadilly, London, England. I just think that's so cool. And we love the little bits like this. It just reminds me of our home kitchen back at my mum's house because she loves things like this. So yeah, absolutely over the moon with this. This was £5, so again a little bit more pricey, but it's worth it because it's lovely. The next thing, I actually left the charity shop, and then as I was walking back to our flat, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna go back and get them. Got these mugs. Now at first glance you might just think they look like grey mugs, but on closer inspection, they've got this like gorgeous grey ombre style porcelain effect. It's just seems so lovely. I actually thought they were Denby. It turns out they're not Denby. We do already have some Denby mugs that we got from a charity shop. These are Habitat. So Habitat's, I think, a Danish brand, but these are from the cookware line. So really gorgeous. They were £2 each, and I just think they're really nice. They look quite smart and I'd say premium for the price. So yeah, £2 each. Set of coffee mugs, really nice weight to them. It'd be really good to have teas in as well, but I think coffee mugs more so. I just love a good substantial large mug, and I think grey is like timeless. Just love them. So yeah, £2 each from Habitat. Oh, they were also from St Richard's Hospice. And the last thing, which is a total steal, I think the most steal out of all of this, the biggest steal I should say, is this. So this was from Sense, and it's not crystal. I would like to point out it was £2, and I have been in the market for a decanter forever. It just really reminds me of my granddad's home, because my granddad was a whiskey drinker and he used to have the most gorgeous crystal decanters for his whiskies. I just think it looks really premium, really rich, really fancy, everything we aren't. So yeah, this isn't real crystal, it's glass, however it's still lovely. So it comes with the stopper, and then you have obviously the jar for any spirit you could put in, any liquor. I think we're going to decant one of our whiskies into this. I'm not a huge whiskey drinker, but I do like one occasionally, and obviously whiskey looks the most, I would say, lovely in something like this. Yeah, this was £2, and I checked it for like nicks and scratches, and it's in really good condition. So I'm thinking this could look really nice in our bar cart area. We've got some crystal glasses over there and some martini champagne coupes. So I think with this, with some whiskey, and it'll just look really nice and premium, and I just think finishes the room off beautifully. So yeah, £2 from Sense. So that's everything we got in the charity shop. I am so impressed, you know, we showed a lot of restraint because we've got about 7 charity shops on our high street, literally right next to our flat, which is really good, but it's very tempting. And as you know, we are moving next year, so we don't want to take too much with us, so we showed restraint. But I really hope you have enjoyed having a little insight into our thrifted haul. Let me know if you've hit the charity shops up yet, if you've felt confident enough to head out, and if you've got any treasures yourself. I always love watching these. I know my friend Ewan recently went into a couple, and I know Kate did as well, Kate McCabe, so I'm sure they'll have some videos up by the time this is too. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're all doing well and keeping safe. Lots of love to you all again. I'll catch you all very soon in a future video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Click subscribe. Bye for now.